Hey everybody, Rob here. I wanted to show you guys a couple of things that I've discovered here within the last couple of weeks here. Um, a while back, I had somebody breaking into my house constantly. So what I went and did was I went and put this wire on my door. You can see it don't let go unless you push on it from the outside. But looking at it closer, I noticed somebody's been jimmying my door, been trying to get into my house. Now, I noticed a couple missing in here, like the listening device I discovered in here. I had it hid. I had it hid in a spot that I didn't think anybody would ever look, but somehow they found it. The listening device that I had, I made a video of it. You can see it on my page. But the listening device I had hid in my freezer, underneath all kind of deer ground meat. Somebody found it in my freezer and removed it from my house. Now, the stuff that I find missing it is absolutely mind-boggling. Now, I have lots of little propane tanks from a Coleman stove in case the power goes out here. And there was 4 or 5 packs of them under there. I'm down to the last one. The couple that I did find were already rusted and empty. So they took rusted empty tanks and put them in where my new ones were stashed. I had a couple other mags disappeared, completely full, gone. Now I'm just starting to look around to see exactly what else is missing here. But when I told my landlord, who's now evicting me, under the process of evicting me, when I told him that I had somebody breaking in here, he refused to do anything. He didn't put no cameras up. He wouldn't even acknowledge that I was telling him the truth, that my trailer was being broken into. Which leads me to suspect that you figure it out. Now he wants me gone because I owed him $100 last month. And he went and he got an eviction notice for $100. So that's not only the one thing. Now, I've spent thousands of dollars in here remodeling this place. When I moved in this place, it was a dump. It had been vacant for I don't know how long. The young lady that lived in here committed suicide, overdosed. The amount of terrorism that I'm experiencing is absolutely mind-boggling. Now, last week, I went down into Pittsburgh to make a few bucks. And before I could even get out of Reserve Township, the cop was sitting waiting for me, pulled me over, impounded my truck, put it on a flatbed. Because he said my license plate was suspended through the state, which is kind of weird because I've had insurance on this thing since the day my last policy expired back in January. I picked up a new policy the day. And it was never registered to the state, apparently. Progressive don't have to tell the state that they're insuring you now. So, and I'm pretty sure the cop knew that. I think he just wanted to impound my truck because they extorted $275 out of me right then and there. As soon as the cop left, the tow truck driver took my truck around the corner and said, "You give me the $275, I'll drop it right here for you. I'll save you all kind of hassle." So I got extorted for $275, which most of it I didn't even have. I only had $250 on me. I had to call my boy to come down and help me out to get my truck off of the flatbed. And then 2 days later, my landlord shows up here with an eviction notice. Now, the shit he wrote on here is all absolutely bold-faced lies. Failure to pay on time, failure to comply with rules, construction materials and tools on property not permitted. Now he's saying that I owe him $1,100 out of nowhere. I'm not allowed to have my equipment on my property. And he says it's an eyesore. But if you look at what I got to look on over there. I got a dump right outside my window. That's okay for him. I guess it's his property. I'm allowed to look at the fucking dump. But I ain't allowed to have my equipment from my company stacked up against the side of the trailer back here. So, the amount of tyranny that's coming from the Freemasons around me in this town is absolutely mind-boggling. I take my truck down to the local garage to get it fixed. It comes back unfixed and my spark plug wires are exchanged around and there's pinholes all through them so they arc out onto my manifolds. It's mind-boggling how twisted you sick fucks really are. It's disgusting to me. And I'm not going to tolerate it no more. You're fucking coming after me from every which way but loose. And I am not going to take it no more. Keep it up. You're going to push me one step too far. And after that, I can't be responsible for what's going to happen to you fucks. I try to be a decent, considerate, compassionate guy and let bygones be bygones and what have you. But that ain't good enough for you bastards. You keep coming and you keep coming and you keep coming and you're never going to stop until you're stopped. I will have your manifestos released to the public. I'm going to expose every one of you secret society pieces of shit. That's what the Creator sent me here for. He's done with your fucking tyranny, you fucking Freemasonic pieces of shit. I can't fucking stand none of you motherfuckers. And I'm not even going to say what I really want to say because I don't have anybody here to back me up when they show. And I guarantee you they're going to show up here. And that'll be the start of World War III. I'm just putting it out there because I'm tired of the break-ins. I'm tired of the thievery. I'm tired of the extortion. I'm tired of the rumors going around town. You know, if any of my acquaintances, because I don't have any fucking friends anymore, period. None. All I got is acquaintances. You murdered most of my friends. You murdered all my friends. I don't know what else to say to you people. I really don't know what else to say to you. Our bombs are dropping on innocent women and children across the Middle East and decimating innocent women and children. And you motherfuckers can get up and go to work and keep feeding this motherfucking fiat fucked up. Our whole Congress is pedophiles. Trump's a pedophile. And I don't give a fuck what none of you say. Hey, when you're ready to fight, come see me. Maybe I can get them to land, maybe. I don't know. They fly over me all night long, every day, every night, every day. That there's a fucking ship above me. Whether they're here protecting me or guarding me is a whole different story, considering the shit that I've been through. Well, I got you here. I'm going to tell you a story of an occurrence that happened to me right after I left my body via penis and saw the machine L. One night I'm in my recliner in my room, meditation. I got my headphones on, I'm listening, me and my higher self are in communique. I'm just having a good old time. And when I let my last breath out, I left my body instantaneously and I walked right exactly into the firmament. And I was looking at my digital self. I looked right at him. And the next thing I know, I'm hanging upside down in that room. And there's a big giant claw attached to my headphones. And this thing come down out of the ceiling. The scorpion came down out of the ceiling and flipped me on my head with my headphone wires and knocked me to the floor. And when I got up onto my knees and looked up, it came down out of the ceiling and turned sideways and swung its claw and knocked me across the fucking room. I hit the wall doing about 40 miles an hour. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That was no fucking hallucinate. That was a physical encounter with an entity from the fifth dimension. There was a witness to it. My son's ex-girlfriend walked in the room and seen me laying on the fucking floor. Started screaming up a fucking storm that I'm fucking crazy and shit. After I just got knocked across the fucking room by this scorpion. I'm telling you, the scorpion had a body of a scorpion with a tail of a scorpion with a man's torso. Most fucked up, ugly goat face you ever did want to see on a fucking parasite, whatever the fuck it was. And its hands were claws. And when he hit me across the chest, I flew. Wasn't long after that, the shit hit the fan with me and my boy and her, and all hell broke loose. She tried having me arrested for hitting her dog, which is the biggest fucking lie that ever fucking... I wouldn't hit a fucking animal for nothing. You people disgust me. Really. It's absolutely fucking mind-boggling disgusting. I've watched a wormhole open up in a room and suck my kid into it. I've seen... it's mind-boggling to me. I can't even begin to explain to you. Now, right after... Let me get back to that story. As I was laying on the floor, when I looked up, I seen that thing crawl back up into the ceiling, and there was two solid red, looked like wires, connected to me and to the firmament. And when he slammed whatever it was he blanked out with whatever I was looking at. He slammed the door, and it sounded like a record skipping across, a needle skipping across the record. And I watched the two wires disconnect from me and shoot back up into the ceiling. Now the next morning, I'm doing dishes at the sink all by myself. And this voice came up out of my inners and shook my voice box. And it said, happy, happy. It was Yahweh. When I was in the firmament, when I was looking at my digital entity, which, by the way, we look like Elroy Jetson in energy form with one eye. So apparently when that scorpion was beating the shit out of me, Yahweh took the opportunity to jump into my body somehow and escape out of the firmament. Now, I don't care if you believe it or not. That's the truth. That's exactly what happened to me that day. And other stories I have of me being out of my body, it will verify what I just told you. Now, I'm getting ready to do an interview with a lady here Wednesday night, and I'm hoping that we can get into a lot more of the other stuff that I've experienced and lay it out there on the line, because time is getting close. Ever since Yahweh escaped the firmament in me, they've tried to capture him back several times. But ever since they took him out of that chair in the firmament, the shit has really hit the fan here. We're going straight downhill. And this all happened around when COVID was active, between when I was still sick, between 2019 and 2021. Those 2 years were fucking wild. You wouldn't believe what the fuck I've seen. Now, if you go looking through my videos, you'll see black magic that exploded in my living room that my security cameras caught. You'll see orbs flying around in here for 5 minutes straight, solid. I'll show you my curtain rod that swung back and forth for 5 minutes after I saw a plume of energy come through there and try to take me out. The black magic, the fifth dimension, your higher self, your energy that runs your avatar, it's all real, man. I don't know what else I gotta say to you people. But I know one thing. I'm done being treated like shit. Whether they're here to guard me or they're here to protect me, we're gonna find out. Because you motherfuckers have pushed me one step too far. One step over the line, motherfuckers. Fucking thieving fucking pigs. Every fucking one of you are nothing but a fucking traitor, treachery, tyrannical motherfucker. You're all guilty of treason against the Constitution, and y'all deserve to be fucking hung, shot, or whatever the fuck we eat. Every politician. Trump. This place is a fucking shithole. How the fuck can you stand yourself? How could you even look in the mirror with all these people being murdered in your name? Fucking disgust me. Period. Every fucking one of you disgust me. And I don't give a fuck if you like it or not. Time is short. Shit's gonna hit the fan real soon. Prepare yourselves.